Friend.
Live on YouTube.
Are you guys set?
Yeah, we're live on YouTube.
I'm sorry.
We're live on YouTube.
About the masks.
Hi everybody. Oh hey, this is like a good mirror too. I can check all that jazz. And did you need a water or anything like that?
I've got a water, thank you.
Okay. Were you planning on sitting back here?
I thought I might as well.
Okay.
I've got time to go to the restaurant.
Yeah, it's gonna start in just a couple minutes, but the competitors will start in more likely 15 to 20.
Is there anywhere I should be?
Well, I would go this way around. And then I'm gonna go here. Yeah. Facebook is down. Wow.
So these are a way that you can,
Well, she can watch it on YouTube. It's working on YouTube. I will text her and tell her to go to the City of Corona's page for their YouTube.
we found another one too. Well, you're checking for the first time. Yeah, we're very excited.
Well, good afternoon. My name is Bobby Spiegel. I'm the president and CEO for the Corona Chamber of Commerce. And I'm so privileged and honored to be able to be here today to serve as your MC. We want to welcome those viewers that are at home right now or perhaps at work to see this fast pitch. We also want to welcome those that are in the audience today, along with our judges and all the competitors. We wish those competitors the best of luck today. Before we get started, we'd like to show a quick video to talk about the innovation throughout Riverside County.
Join us as we celebrate innovation in Riverside County. Riverside County's progress has been driven by innovative pioneers who think big, work hard, and take risks. Innovation in business introduces new processes, delivery, products, or services that affect positive change in the way business is done. Innovation advances technology, increases efficiency, and drives revenue. Riverside County Business and Community Services, along with city, chamber, business, and other strategic partners spanning across the county, will celebrate and acknowledge innovation throughout the entire lobby table. I'm here on location at the Naval Circus Warfare Center, home of the Inland Empire Tech Bridge. And Inland Empire Center is all about innovation. There is a month-long lineup of events, workshops, and regional competitions that will culminate with a fast pitch finale, a Shark Tank style competition, which will be held April 28th. Innovators with creative business ideas and team field are invited to compete and have a chance of winning cash prizes. We encourage anyone with entrepreneurial spirit to get involved with Riverside County Innovation Hub.
That is awesome. We want to welcome you all here, and we ask that you silence your phones at this present time. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I bring up our County Supervisor, Karen Spiegel, for a few words and the Pledge of Allegiance. Please welcome Karen.
Well, I'm going to first do the pledge and then the words, because when we stand here and take on into our flag, that's the representation of why we can gather here. That is the backbone of what our country was built on. Our country was built on innovation. Maybe I should talk now since I'm already going. We were built on innovation. We didn't have everything before, remember? I mean, how many of you can say you had a flip phone or you didn't have a cell phone? Well, those can say that no cell phones existed. But it takes people like you that have that foresight, that thought process, the imagination, the courage. That's what it's about. That's all it takes. And the initiative. So today is about all of us, whether we're watching and getting excited, or we're a part of it, or we're moving forward. Because we're with you. And that's what we have in our country, is the ability to have those freedoms to be able to think and dream and accomplish. America stands for that. And that's what that flag, so many have given their lives to protect our freedoms so that we can have these opportunities. So I hope you stand proudly and think about those who stood proudly to protect us and our freedoms. Join me in the 31 words that represent how we are such a great country. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much, Supervisor. We so appreciate that. We could not do this without our partnership, the partnership with the City of Corona. And I am so honored and privileged to bring up our host for today, the Mayor of the City of Corona. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mrs. Jackie Casillas.
Thank you, Bobby. Welcome to all competitors, all the viewers, and folks watching from home. The City of Corona is very excited to partner with the Chamber to make this event happen and to support the county to celebrate Innovation Month. Corona has always been a city of innovation, from our past of taking over the citrus industry to now being a hub for manufacturing and small businesses. So this event is totally on brand for us, and we're thrilled to have it happen. I'd like to take note that today's competition was open to entrepreneurs from Corona, Norco, Eastville, and Rupa Valley, and I'm happy to share that we have competitors from every city. So now, before we move on, I want to make a plug. If I can have a slide for this upcoming event, we have Coffee with an Entrepreneur once a month. We partner with the Chamber to bring you a program called Coffee with an Entrepreneur. We've heard from inspiring entrepreneurs. We hear their stories of hard work, ingenuity, and innovation. And we are so excited to invite you to join us on Monday, April 12th, as we hear from Neha Arihu. She's a thought leader, she's a technology executive, she's an educator, and she's an innovative entrepreneur. She's a founder of FutureLink Incorporated. It's a STEM education center, and she will join us virtually at 8 a.m. Or I'm asking you all to join us virtually at 8 a.m. and register through the Chamber's website using the link that is on your screen. So thank you all. Good luck to the competitors, and let's get this show on the road.
Thank you so very much, Mayor. We so appreciate it. Please join me in honoring and thanking our committee members. Their slide is on the board right now on your screen. And these are the people that have put in numerous hours. It just didn't happen by today. They've done a lot of the heavy lifting, behind the scenes things to make this competition that we're going to celebrate today, celebrating innovation. Also, I would like to acknowledge our advisory council. These are people that have actually put things together before in other communities, and we're so grateful to Scott Agajanian from the city of Murrieta, Kimberly Davidson with the city of Wildomar, and Rob Moran with the county of Riverside. And what could we do without, we just couldn't do this without a partnership with the city of Corona. I mentioned it before when I brought up our mayor. Now I'm gonna bring up our business partner that just absolutely rocks things with the city of Corona. I'll be bringing her up momentarily. I just really want to go back and acknowledge our board members that really helped pave the way for today. The prize money today is $1,750 plus different prizes. And on your screen are all the board members that are listed that contributed money as well as product. And before we now, I want to go ahead and bring a little bit of a video that's going to go through some of our rules and regulations. Please roll the video.
Welcome to today's Fast Pitch competition. All of our participants were given the guidelines for presenting ahead of time. But for our at-home audience, we wanted to let you know how today's program is going to work. Each presenter will have 5 minutes to share their presentation. They will be given a 1-minute warning before their time is up, and then we'll move into 5 minutes of questions and answers. Not all judges will necessarily speak for each round, so it's very important that our participants are concise in their answers so that they can get the most information out there. The judges will then score in 5 different categories: value, differentiation, viability and scalability, team, and pitch presentation. There's a total of 25 points available for each judge. The judges will then tally up their scores, and those score sheets will be given to our presenters after the winners are announced.
It is my pleasure to introduce the judges today. The City of Corona Mayor, Jackie Casillas, Dr. Kevin Fleming, Interim Vice President of Strategic Development at Local College, Jeff Lopez, President of Decroline, Chad Miller, President of Industrious Manufacturing, and Jennifer Stewart, Technology Transfer Officer with the Naval Surface Warfare Center. Top 3 winners will be announced at Good Morning Corona on Friday, April 16th. This is a business networking event that we hold monthly, and it's going to happen at IHOP. You're able to book right now today with the special promo code Innovation. The winner from the top 3 goes to the Riverside County finale on April the 28th with a top prize at stake of $10,000. Good luck to all the participants.
And for today's order of presentations, we are going to draw.
First one, VSI Technologies.
Second up will be CNG Innovations.
Third, Future and Focus Dream Catcher Enterprises.
It will be followed by Green Space,
Then IsoSlide,
Seeing Reality,
UniView,
and then our final presenter today will be Tiki's Shane Dyson Ice Cream. Good luck to all.
Well, thank you, Stephanie, and thank you, Paul Bender, for that great video and the explanation. Our competitors have the option to keep their mask on or take them off as they do their presentation. We are abiding by socially distanced rules and guidelines. We'd like to welcome now our business partner from the city of Corona, someone that works hand in hand with us at the Chamber of Commerce on a daily basis in talking to new businesses coming to Corona and talking with businesses that are looking to expand and hire more people. We talk about three simple words. It's jobs, jobs, and jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Corona's Economic Development Director, Jessica Gonzalez, who will introduce all of our participants. Jessica?
Thank you, Bobby. I'm equally excited as you are to start this competition. So please join me in welcoming BSI Technologies, and representing BSI Technologies is Martin Kaspa.
I want to talk about myself because I'm a caregiver, so I'm still with myself. I'm trying to see a Corona. Okay, thank you to see a Corona for bringing in the game this time after a couple of decades. It's always a pleasure to come back home and bring away to be here. Everybody knows after a couple of innovations or cases, after come back home. So today I'm going to tell you that, how years and technologies, it's about, review the problems are maybe revealed and I'm not in detail. The point where, micro details of people's lives. Main problem with this today is, the main problem with this today is power efficiency increase. Power efficiency increase is a very important, factor. But most of the time, we don't understand exactly how we want to do power efficiencies. The problem is the load. Once the load is there, the grid cannot handle. What happens? You have power failures. When you have power failures, everything stops. But if the technologies have come up with a way to take care of that, grid access to release products that have natural and strong ability to sustain themselves. Okay, excessive grid load release products are mainly we started with Solomati. Solomati was the main thing that we came up with, but it was mostly what we call luxury. So we moved from there to power everywhere as a thought of innovation, which we haven't won, some few years back. So with power anywhere, we'll be able to come up with things that are, more accessible to consumers. Consumers are not just, going to pay attention to what the grid has to offer, but they have to pay attention to what the loads that they have to enjoy the grid. So, on a commercial and residential, consumers, we always, think about, getting, our power from the grid. But when we think about getting power from power anywhere, actually, it should not be wrong because when you size quality, you will eventually enjoy the effects of getting, off-grid resistance. So we have managed, the power grid to a point where off-grid stuff, to a point where we are now expanding that. We have created the footpath to go to Africa. And we're expecting to go to Africa, increase more employment here, increase sales. We manufacture all US patented products, patent pending products that you can count because we have US training. When you have US training, you have to increase the manufacturing product that lasts. So we basically based on R&D. So R&D requires a lot of funding. And where we get the funding, right now we're getting from Tesla. And we intend to license our products to manufacturers for the same manufacturing process that they can be able to use our test procedures and produce it. So even if we will not have people directly, but having to do that.
1 minute remaining.
So the conclusion mentions here is very critical because when you look at the off-grid power and it is supplied today, mainly generators, and generators require a lot of maintenance cost to maintain, to sustain the generators are not cheap. But there's a technology is coming with ways to have products that are going to take place of generators. So we're partnering with domestic and commercial enterprises like LSI, LHWP, local estates, thermal sourcing, and US forestry department for most of our products. So that way they can be able to learn essential product that we produce. Management team here, I'm not going to say what the details here, but you can see right there what the management team is ready to move along with all the stuff that we need.
Time is up.
Do you have any questions? I'm sorry I have to try. If you have any questions, I'll take it.
Trying to, you're going to manufacture,
We're going to manufacture in the United States
Yes,
as opposed to manufacturing abroad. You think we can be competitive by manufacturing in the United States?
yes, because I've come up with the way to manage manufacturing in the United States. That's going to be able to sustain us. And right now I'm using what we call SPC flow down techniques. And basically what it does is you assign, third parties to manufacture your product. You come up with test procedures and they manufacture it. So you don't have overhead costs.
Kevin?
Do you have a functional demo as of yet, or is this pre-revenue?
I have way beyond the demo, the functional product. I have way beyond that. So our products are ready and available right now. The last one that we launched, the charging station, we launched, I think, around December 10th. It's ready and I really welcome you guys to come check it out. It is quite operated for payment and credit cards if you want.
Great. And what's the pricing model on these?
I'm sorry.
What's the pricing model? What is it? What do you sell it for? What's your margin?
Okay, right now the pricing is still playing around, but I'm not selling the pricing yet because the market is still not fully integrated, accepting the product the way it is because of the coronavirus. We couldn't go around to make demos to people that were looking for the product. But as we begin to open, I'm having an opportunity to go around the show. So I should have brought it here, but I just didn't have enough time to put it together and bring it here and stage it. So the price right now for the no-pay version is about $2,100 plus options. They have options, like normal technology, you have options. And then for the no-pay version, which cases like Corona can use, is $1,900 plus options.
Jackie?
So you spoke a little bit about the partnerships and your intention to sell their product in other countries. Can you speak a little bit more about your strategy and how you're going to acquire customers if you're gonna have them use it domestically, and if you could please use the mic so I can hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so let me make sure I understand your question. So I have to come up with, or tell you how I'm planning to sell out of the country.
Do you have these partnerships already? No. And if not, what is your strategy to acquire customers?
Okay, I don't have like partners in place, but I have a strategy that I'm going to use. As you can tell, I wasn't born and raised here. So most of those developing countries that really need power in their products, I'm quite familiar with them, and I've gone there and done my survey with them. I've aligned people that are going to be able to, purchase the products and, make business there on their own.
Jeff?
I'm still a bit confused on what we're selling. So can you explain to me in a couple of quick sentences what your products are?
Okay, I have a main product called Sonomati. That was my base product. Then I came up with innovation on that product. I know the city of Corona really understand what innovation means, I take away from this. So that product was ranked the luxury item, so the sales was not doing that much. So I looked for a way to, innovate that product. And I used the same platform and I innovated Sonomati to Power Anywhere. So I have two main streams, Power Anywhere and Sonomati.
1 minute remaining on the question.
Does that clear you?
Can you explain, so we're talking about a generator, but we're not talking about a generator, so we're talking about really a cost-saving element.
Okay.
If you just explain in a bit more detail.
On the cost savings for generators?
Well, your cost savings of your product, or really description of your product.
Okay. When the cost saving, let me start with the cost saving. If you know in the US, it's hard to actually understand the impact of generators because we don't really need to have power, everywhere, every time. And very few places will have natural disasters that when they happen, they do. But with developing countries, generators are key. They can't deal with that generators. There's noise everywhere. So with Power Anywhere, that's compatible to general, power potentials. It's noiseless. The cost is, I cannot explain. If you understand exactly how the cost is amortized over years for the general maintenance. This is Power Anywhere.
Okay, time is up.
Thank you. Okay, well, thank you to our first great presenter, Martin. Thank you very much. Next, we will continue with Chris Garcia with CNG Innovations. Round of applause.
According to U.S. National Park Service, Americans use 500 million drinking straws every day. You can see other horrifying statistics like seen in this slide from the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. Plastic straws, tools, and utensils cost time, money, and wreak havoc on the environment. EcoSonic provides highly effective cleaning for reusable straws, tools, and utensils, so you don't need to continue to buy plastic and can safely reuse them. What is EcoSonic? You can see the first drawing of it from when we first filed for the patent. EcoSonic is a three-phase washer designed for reusable drinking straws, silverware, and medical tools. It's a three-phase washer as required by the FDA to be safe for restaurant, hospital, hotel, and home use. Phase 1 is ultrasonics. For those who do not know about the power of ultrasonic cleaning, allow me to enlighten you. Ultrasonics utilize the power of ultrasound to create high-velocity bubbles with tremendous scrubbing force in the most difficult-to-reach places. Ultrasonics are commonly used for cleaning electronics, jewelry, optical parts, scientific equipment, and other hard-to-clean surfaces. Ultrasonic cleaning is highly effective and efficient. Phase 2 is the rinse, where the vessel will automatically empty itself utilizing the same technology used by Nalgene for cleaning pipettes in the laboratory. Phase 3 is sanitization. The FDA recommends the water be heated to be 171 degrees Fahrenheit for at least 30 seconds. EcoSonic will heat to 175 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 minute, just to be safe. I have also designed the EcoSonic cleaning solution around specific known contaminants found in hospitals and restaurants, both organic and inorganic. I have already found a manufacturing partner who will let me white label the EcoSonic cleaning solution. From within only 100 miles of Corona, there are 5,350 restaurants, 2,263 hotels, and 1,913 hospitals, with a total target market size of 9,526. We have proven the concept of the prototype, and the effectiveness of each phase is already being used individually in the medical and scientific fields to clean cylindrical and other oblong-shaped devices. This month, the engineering drawings will be complete for manufacture. We plan to roll out this product locally for a 3-month period, then nationally. Like mentioned before, the drawings are almost complete, and we will soon have quotation for manufacture per unit. The components of EcoSonic consist only of 1 inlet valve, 1 outlet valve, ultrasonic generator and transducer, 1 heating element, and a timer. Let's get into the minds behind CNG Innovations. There's myself, the founder and CEO, Jose Pacheco. He's the network engineer, CIO, and head of our IT firm, CNG IT. Jason Duncan, CMO and head of our marketing firm, CNG Marketing Solutions. Our CFO is actually my father. He is the most successful entrepreneur that I know, and is my personal role model and hero. Last but not least, we have Nate Espinoza, our Chief Research and Development Officer. Again, my name is Christopher Garcia. I'm the CEO and founder of CNG Innovations. I'm an inventor, mechanical engineer, and scientist. I help entrepreneurs on their journey to success with a new idea to market and by CNG subsidiaries. Through subsidiaries like CNG IT, CNG Marketing Solutions, and CNG Software Design, we are further able to service at the federal, state, and municipal levels as licensed contractors. Meet our Chief Research and Development Officer, Nate Espinoza. He is also the Vice President of EcoSonic. Nate and I met in AutoCAD class back when I was attending Cal State Fullerton. CNG Innovations. Our purpose is to serve the earth and its inhabitants without bias. Our values are innovation, virtue, charity, and community, because together we are stronger. Only together can we be moving towards a better tomorrow. Thank you.
Jackie?
So the drawings are being worked on right now, so you don't have this built out quite yet. And I couldn't tell by the drawing on the screen, but how large is this?
There's a version for the home use. It's pretty small, like those little choppers. And then there's also the industrial version that's about the size of the rice cooker.
Got it. And then your target markets, you said, were restaurants, hotels, and hospitals. So they currently use, how large are the current tools that they use to clean all of their, hospitals have these, I just can't measure, I can't remember how large they are. Will this replace that, or is this a completely new product?
This is a completely new product. The main idea of it is to bring, to get rid of plastic waste, into plastic straws and plastic utensils. This will bring in a new market.
Okay, thank you.
Chad?
On this product, what would be, I kind of 2 questions. One is more of the functionality of how this will help potential customers. Have you done any focus groups to find out what the impact would be as far as currently what they're doing now, like whether it's a restaurant or hospital? Kind of the first question is how that will impact them, in the focus group. And then second question is there any straws or any things that it wouldn't work with? I know that, I've seen different organic straws, things like that. Is there any kind of straw out there that could be used incorrectly on straw fill?
Yeah, so I'll answer the second question first. The product is made for non-disposable straws and non-disposable equipment. So as long as it's not paper or something that's meant to be thrown away. And the first question, I have not really had a focus group, but I have done research on what is currently being done. And with plastic or with paper straws and all the temporary band-aids, I don't think that it's a good good permanent solution. I believe it's to be just a band-aid.
Kevin?
Good presentation, thank you. How have you evaluated demand or potential demand for the product?
I've seen a lot of articles online that it's a big national problem, the straws polluting our ocean, creating islands and killing turtles and birds. I know that right now is a very important time to take care of our planet.
Follow-up question. I can see some residential application. Paint a bigger picture for me and say a little bit more about how a restaurant would actually use this. What would a restaurant put inside the device to sanitize and clean?
So it has a tray, a little bucket that's a mesh tray, and they would insert any devices or tools in there that they would need to clean, like non-disposable straws. They put it inside and they turn it on and it starts going.
Thank you.
John?
One more question on in the medical world, actually in products in the medical world, one of the things is verification that the product is working. So is there some kind of monitor that tells you that the machine is sanitizing correctly?
There isn't, but ultrasonic cleaning is tested, tried and true, and I believe it to be an overkill with the EcoSonic cleaning solution that I designed specifically for biology and organic and inorganic materials. Ultrasonic cleaning is used to clean engine parts. I don't know if you've seen how effective they are getting rid of rust and oil and getting rid of everything. It's much more effective than any other machine or any other manual.
1 minute on the question.
Kevin?
Speak about some of your main competitors.
Main competitors, I believe there aren't any competitors since I have a patent on this. But the competitor would be continuing to use straws the way they are, which is destructive. And the other alternative would be to not use straws at all, which I don't believe is worth.
Are there competitors that do the cleaning and sanitizing of utensils?
There aren't. There are ultrasonic cleaners for specifically industrial cleaning, but nothing that I've seen that is FDA approved. Thank you.
Time is up.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you, Chris Garcia with CAP Innovations for sharing your mission and ingenuity. Next, we invite Future and Focus Dreamcatcher Enterprises. Steve Ward is here to present. Welcome.
There we go. Good afternoon. My name is Steve Ward, and I'm the CEO and founder of Future and Focus Dreamcatcher Enterprises. We are an educational software / media company operating in the federally mandated and funded $12 billion industry of workforce development. Our software that we've created, which is our flagship, is called Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatcher is a software curriculum, workforce development curriculum that's designed to help students discover their purpose, align their purpose with the most appropriate career path, and then successfully help students make sure that we can mitigate this big problem right now of making sure that between the time students started in high school, they graduate with knowing what their career path is going to be, understanding how they're going to get there, how long it's going to take for them to get there. The markets that we sell to currently right now are elementary, middle school, high school, colleges, and like the Goodwill nonprofit organizations. So the three main problems that we saw, which are some of the biggest problems in education, and that's first and number one, is the disconnect between academic achievement and real world success. Everybody in this room either knows a youth, have a youth, or have been connected to youth who are not intrinsically motivated to learn. And the reason why that is because there is no connection between what they're learning in the class and real world success. You know, we call it the internal GPS in our software, which is one of the processes that we use to help people discover their purpose and then align that purpose with the most appropriate career path, in which students actually are discovering their purpose with our program. They're actually choosing their career path instead of going with an assessment that's telling them the career path that they should choose. And then they create a plan of action, an execution strategy that allows them to move forward freely in high school, understanding what is going to happen after they graduate. Sure, all of you guys would love if your kids had something like that, right? The second goal that we have and what we've been able to, problem that we've been able to fix is evidence-based material. So there are a lot of our competitors that are providing evidence-based data, like some of the assessments. They are not able to support showing evidence on what the students are actually learning and then being able to track them for years and years to come to see that if my assessment actually would have helped them make it to be that engineer or whatever the case might be. But with Dreamcatcher, we have something called aspirational data, which is taking data that is proven that students are discovering their purpose, proven that students are choosing their career path, proven that students are able to articulate who they are better, what career path they're going to take, and what is their plan of action and how they're going to get there. And then lastly, everyone knows that one size does not fit all. Every student does not belong in a four-year college. And so Dreamcatcher has done a great job of being able to provide alternative ways in which students can become successful in their career by helping them highlight some of the other things outside of the four-year college. So here's some of our customer or our competitors. Big time right now in education and workforce development. There's a new mandate, and it's actually not that new, but all software or programs are supposed to be evidence-based. Most workforce development programs should have some sort of curriculum either connected to them. And as you can see with our competitors there, that some of the companies that's been in the market for a long time, they struggle with having evidence-based products. They struggle with having a curriculum. They struggle with meeting all of the new state and federal mandates for workforce development. But Dreamcatcher is one of the only companies that meet all of those standards and also is COVID mitigated, which simply means that we have been tested for that Dreamcatcher actually works as a distance learning product just as effectively as it does in the classroom. So last couple slides here is our revenue model. It's really simple. We are an annual subscription-based product that is, again, designed for institutions, organizations, nonprofit, what have you, at $25 and $15, depending on the package that a school purchases. Our outlook is, as you see up top, we have a plan for scaling where we can be a $100 million or $104 million company at the end of 5 years. This year, we're looking at doing 1.4. We have a very robust team that is incorporating some of nationally known workforce development gurus, technology specialists to help make sure that we're always on the cutting edge of technology, and same thing with the finance. So I'd like to leave you guys with a video that shows you a little bit about Dreamcatcher and also testimonials from the students at youth.
What I liked about Dreamcatcher is that it's something new that I've never seen. Dreamcatcher that helped me figure out my purpose is to become an elementary teacher.
I just saw there were so many careers, so many options I had for my future.
What I really liked about Dreamcatcher is that it made me think more about my values and what I could do about my goals.
So I feel like just having a person who gone through the same thing that I have or similar is just kind of encouraging to do the best in this community.
Dreamcatcher helped me choose a career that's best fit for me instead of something that I'm just interested in.
Dreamcatcher reinforced the information I had already known about what I want to do.
And I now know I have like a path, and it's not just like, oh, I want to do this. It's like I know.
Great presentation. Thanks a lot. So tell me now, are you marketing just in California, or where's your market taking this right now? The first year, just go first year.
First year is national already. We already have people in the pipeline from Tennessee, different places in the nation. We already are using Alaska and some places in Hawaii. But I'm based here, so we have a really good foundation here in California. This is a national and we're told a worldwide product.
This is all federally funded.
Correct. So the market, the industry is federally funded. It's over 12,000, and actually see more this year with COVID. Funded by the federal government and mandated that every public school in America has to have a workforce development program or curriculum.
Jackie?
Oh, this is a great presentation. I'm sorry we didn't get to finish the video. So you're currently working with schools here locally. How long has that partnership been? How long have you had those partnerships?
For the last 5 years, we are at 99% retention rate.
Okay, so you've had these folks on, and what's the biggest hurdle you have currently with your business?
It's been COVID. It's been marketing. We don't have customers that buy one time and then doesn't buy without even expanding the next time. So the biggest thing for us has been getting the word out. We've been working really hard at that. But just this past year, we would have been at 1.2 million all throughout COVID because of what we had in the pipeline. We got shut out of every conference because education was one of those old school type of industries where they only work by word of mouth. So, when it comes to marketing, media campaigns and things, teachers don't get their information that way. They only go from word of mouth. It's how they buy.
Chad?
So when you're on your sales model, are you having to convince a school district, a superintendent, a teacher? What's the method of getting the customer?
Great question. So currently we've had all of those has been who we initially speak with. This is a paradigm thing with workforce development where just in the last 5 to 10 years, now you have workforce development coordinators on the site, whereas before you would normally speak with a minister. But now there's a person who specifically works with workforce development at each site, and they come to us either through a teacher or through the coordination themselves, and then we usually meet them at a conference.
When you speak to them, do they understand the differentiation? I really liked your slide with the competitors. When you're doing the marketing and sales, do they understand the points of differentiation between the competitors, or has that been part of that challenge as well?
Yeah, great question. So it's been really hard for us to sell the difference between what we do and the competitors. So first and foremost, this is not an assessment. So students don't go through our curriculum and just simply answer 150 questions. And then do mathematical computations, come up with an algorithm that tells a person, this is a career for you. They actually are holistically going through Dreamcatcher, where they're also going through videos, activities, and free-form data, where they're forming what their purpose is based on the information that they're given. And then they're actually able to articulate, my purpose is this, my career path is this, because my purpose and who I am is this, and this is how I'm going to pass on value to the community. Then they're able to say, okay, from here on now, because with that internal GPS, which is just like a GPS operates, I understand what the vision is. Now I can reverse engineer what that vision is, and I can start at where I am today and have that articulated in such a way that a counselor or someone at the school level can take that information and say, well, Steve, I know exactly who you are, and this is what we offer at this school to help you with that goal. So it's not really hard for educators to understand exactly what this is when they see documentation from it.
Jack?
So you pitch a school, you sell the school your services. What's your profit margin? What would be an average sale? What is your margin at sale?
Man, we're a SaaS model company, so service or software as a service. So you can imagine that's a hot thing right now. Our margins is off the charts because the software is already created. So we've already have a fully established working product, and so it's 100% to us now. That product's already been paid for.
Time is up. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Okay, well, thank you, Steve of Green Catcher, for sharing with us how purpose drives entrepreneurs. Next is Daniel E. with Green Space. Welcome.
Everybody hear me? Oh, there you go. Hello. My name is Daniel, and I'm actually with Anami Tech, which is a business software company based right here in Corona, California. But before I get into what we do and who we are, I wanted to take you back in time just a little bit, all the way back to 1849 and the California Gold Rush. Now, during the gold rush, about 300,000 people came to California with dreams of riches, and it totally transformed our economy. We have another rush of sorts going on today, and it's called the Green Rush. Yes, those are cannabis plants, of course. Cannabis is the fastest growing industry in the country today, in fact, in the world. Last year, while people were binge watching Netflix and ordering on DoorDash, Americans consumed $19 billion worth of state legal cannabis. By 2024, cannabis is expected to surpass craft beer in sales. So I'm going to take you back to that slide, and I want to see if anybody can spot the gold. Now, I don't know if any one of those miners actually struck gold, but I know every single one of them had to buy those picks and shovels from someone. So I want to introduce you to the picks and shovels of the Green Rush. That's Green Space. We are a team collaboration and work management tool built specifically for the cannabis industry.
When you sign into Green Space, you enter your dashboard screen where you get a high-level view of your projects, pipelines, locations, and files. There's also a task tracker that helps you visualize your work and a list of tasks due so you can prioritize your work. Green Space helps your team manage all of your company's workflows in one place. Pipelines is where you coordinate the company's most important initiatives. Projects is where the work gets done with task assignments and deadlines. Locations is where you keep all the important information and work done linked to a specific facility. And files is smart cloud storage where you can upload all of your important documents, keep them secure, and link them to your workflows.
So what is the problem we're trying to solve here exactly? Well, it turns out the Green Rush is a bit of a mad dash as well. So cannabis companies are really struggling to stay ahead of it, right? So I'm going to give you some real life examples of things that went wrong last year for some cannabis companies. My favorite one is this last one. A company called Desert actually lost track of one of its stores for 2 months before it opened. So this is the state of the cannabis industry today. So essentially what Green Space does is helps cannabis companies today stay on top of it, right? But you don't have to take my word for it. These are some of the subscribers today. There's some cannabis companies who are on our beta version. So we believe that we have the proof of concept, and now we're hoping to scale it up. And here's our secret sauce. Some of you in the room might actually know Mike Wilson. He's the founder of Anami Tech, but he's also the owner of Temecula Group. Temecula Group, for the last 30 years, has been building retail facilities for some of the biggest brands in the country, the NBA, Hot Topic, the closure, in many of the malls in America. But a few years back, Temecula got hired to build cannabis dispensaries. So while building some of the most iconic stores in the space, Mike got very familiar with the day-to-day challenges of cannabis operations. So being the visionary entrepreneur that Mike is, he put together a team. Yours truly right there, I'm the storyteller. That's why I'm here today. So don't ask me any finance questions, please. But he basically put tech experts and cannabis experts together. And we believe that we have found the solution that he was looking for. And that solution is Green Space. Now, there are other software out there in the market that does some of the features that Green Space does, but none combine all of the features that we believe are the reality day-to-day challenges of cannabis companies that are put together in one SaaS platform.
So our model is pretty simple. We already have the product. Our pricing is very similar to other SaaS platforms out there. It's about $500 a month for up to 3 logins. And we expect to have our full 1.0 version by this summer, at which point we'll support it with a comprehensive marketing campaign. And relying less and less on the Temecula pipeline, which has been bringing our beta clients. I'm ready for your questions.
Good presentation, thank you. Question about product differentiation amongst the competitors. I'm a personal user of Basecamp, ClickUp, Asana, Trello, so I understand somewhat of the space. I saw Asana on your slide. Can you clarify some of the product differentiation that all of those could already do for individuals in the kind of century?
Sure. I'll give you a real simple anecdote, right? So it's a mad dash, and everybody's running, and then you can come to them and say, hey, you don't have any shoes on. And you can give them a pair of shoes that you have to lace up, or you can give them a put on shoes. So simply put, GreenSpace is a product management tool. It's actually very similar to Trello. It has aspects of it, but the differentiation is that it is built for cannabis operators, and that's key because again, you have a nascent industry with a lot of startups. And again, if you're forgetting that you have a store opening that you spend, a couple of $100,000 building, you can imagine how crazy it is. So you can give an Asana. By the way, I've worked in 3, cannabis companies over the last 4 years. They've all used Asana, or quote unquote, they use Asana. So you dump the software on their lap, but nobody uses it because there's so much customization that you have to do. Whereas with GreenSpace, we're already uploading templates that have to do with your local, compliance. So we're going to Florida and Massachusetts, preloading some of the regulations. Is to try and make it easy as possible as a project management tool, specifically for cannabis operators.
Thank you.
John?
Software is built solely for current states nationwide. What is your market?
So our market currently, you could actually use this tool as a project management tool. There are some, standard best practices that are specific to cannabis. Anybody can use it. But we started here in California because most of those companies are California-based and because Temecula is California-based. But our goal is to expand from here to emerging markets. And we're looking for complexity of regulation, which this helps resolve, and also the size of the market. So New York, they just passed cannabis regulation. We're going to preload some of those regulations that we get into New York. So New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut will probably be next. Massachusetts, which already has a adult use market, but they're not quite there yet. There's been a lot of sort of false starts. And then Florida will be, the East Coast will be our next preloaded templates into this space.
What about a mature market like Colorado?
So Colorado, because it's a mature market, yes, we will eventually go there. But I think once we win California and we win these emerging markets, Colorado, we don't have to do much marketing in Colorado, right? So if with our marketing, the marketing will be targeted to the states, but since the tool can be useful, it's not going to have Colorado specific regulations because Colorado is an open market. Anybody, there's not there are no RFPs, there are no specific regulations that has to get a license. Corona is actually going through an RFP process right now, so it's less of a competitive market for us.
So I have 2 questions. It sounds like you're already well underway. How large are you all already?
I know, I'm projecting very big, but we're very much a startup. This has been funded by, pretty much self-funded by Mike. We are our first family, we went through our families and friends raise and we're on the Series A raise right now. So we're a small team. Those people who you saw on the side, the people who are on the right were mainly advisors. And the actual people we're coding is Purpose Labs. It's a software company in Santa Monica, which has been actually building the software, but we're a very small team, full-time, by 4 people. Plus Purpose Labs, which is a team of 6 developers.
And a follow-up question about the differentiation.
1 minute question.
You had an opportunity to get feedback from your users. What is it that actually sets you apart from their perspective?
Every day we're getting feedback from the users. We're actually, part of the challenge for us right now is to keep this a SaaS platform and not turn into an ERP for the cookies and the weekends of the world of current clients. So we are actually putting together a PRD with product resource description. So to make sure that this is a software that is for the masses and not for the specific companies that we're working with right now. There are partners in development. So that's a great question. And it's a fine line that we have to walk. And the way we're doing it is we're triaging all those requests, making sure that somebody's vetting this in the technical group and saying, is this something that we're doing just for cookies, or is this something that everybody else can use in the market? Good questions.
Time is up for questions. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Daniel of Green Space, for demonstrating the thorough research that goes into these presentations. Next, we invite Faisal Slide. And here today we have Steve Frigoren, Dale Sarver, and Joseph Simon. Please welcome them.
Thank you very much. IsoSlide is our name of our company. But I want to talk about the joy of doing business. I'm not really genetically a businessman. I am a coach and a teacher. I've got a lot of background in a lot of different areas. I've been blessed to be able to invent a lot of things. But the joy of doing business is to actually make a difference. And our difference is going to be a big deal. It's a big deal. Otherwise, it's not worth doing. If we just want to make money for my family to have a bigger pool or a bigger house, then I shouldn't be here. So I want you to pay attention to that. But there is pain in the human condition. It's clear to me as a physical educator, as a coach at Cal Baptist University, as a former coach for 50 years of world-class swimming, I am familiar with people who are very, very fit. But it doesn't really matter how those people do, because when you look at the next statistics, you're going to see some of the pain that we're experiencing in America that hasn't changed. And some of the competitors that we have, that although they're very good and have done really, really well in the pandemic, haven't done enough. You look at diabetes here, I'll be able to see that. 34 million people have diabetes. There will be more and more. 88 million people have prediabetes, which is also something that is bad. It's something that becomes diabetes, but even if it doesn't, it's really bad. It's like heart disease. Heart disease, I guess the biggest thing I wanted to bring up on that to a business-oriented situation is how many billions of dollars, over 200 billions of dollars every year it costs America because people have heart disease. It is the #1 killer. And there's another thing, arthritis. One of the statistics I saw, there's all these millions of statistics, which I don't have time to go through, and everybody already knows if you think about it. We already know these are problems. But one of them was kind of interesting is not only the one of 3 people have arthritis, but there are more people have backaches are #2 of maladies that affect humans, period. So only the common cold is more common than backaches. There is good news. We're going to bring you some right now. Now, with the Heart Association, Arthritic Arthritis Situation, the organization, and the that's a enormous idea here. I talk every day. What all these associations come down to is, you gotta eat better food. You gotta get more active. You gotta lose weight. And avoiding inactivity for long periods of time, like over 30 minutes, you should get up and move. But it's not that easy, is it? So we're gonna show a quick demo. Thanks to Dale, we're gonna show a quick demo. This is usually on your wall in a minute. Not yet, though. What's wrong with weights, though? What about bands? Well, the problem with weights and bands is, first of all, you got to have a lot of different weights. You got to change a lot. Bands snap back at you. Anything eccentric, where the muscles come down, so excuse my French, but all of these things aren't really so good. What about the gym? The gym is great, except in the time that you drive to the gym, walk to the front door, turn around, don't even go in, turn around, get back in your car and drive home. I could have done 80, you could have done 80 full speed exercises with your IsoSlide. We're going to show you that. Thank you. So wait, let me hit this. This is a physical therapist. I'm gonna click the shit start. Who came to my house, and she's showing our app of over 1,000 exercises. And go ahead, and so this is the thing. The entire gym, this one little machine can do what it takes an entire gym to do. This is our team. Go ahead. You see two of them right here. 12 million in sales of mini gym products, which is the originator of this that actually went to the space station. And my vision is to put a isoslide in as many homes as possible around the world. Let me show you something. So this is very simple. We'll just show you a couple exercises. If you pay a little extra, Dale comes with it to hold it. But otherwise, you've got one hole here, one hole there, and it just goes on any wall in your house. We actually have a, I don't know. You can go between your legs. You can use abs. We have foot holders so where you can do your leg curls. You can do your leg extensions. You can do everything you could possibly imagine, and really fast. You can go for bench press, right back to the back of the shoulders.
You're bringing it
one at a time.
That's great. Good presentation. I love when they have products and props. It's more fun. Okay, we didn't get much to the need of the product though. So tell me how much this product is. Tell me how many sold. Do you have a patent on it? Tell us a little about the product.
So this product was originated for the space station, and NASA actually helped with it. The reason for that is it doesn't need gravity. So they were up there they were losing muscle. And so they bring weights, but it didn't matter because they just floated out of their hands. So NASA helped us with that, and that was back in the 80s. So, but it was built for NASA, it was built for sports, and we sold 20 million of them. We didn't sell them. Another company that's involved with us, actually, he's 95 years old, and we've got his blessing, and we have patents on the slide, the fact that it goes up and down, so you pull down, leg curls and everything. We have all of those patents. The original patent, the original part of the patent is done, but we've changed it enough to be able to get patents on it. Good question about how much it costs, because that's what kind of over here. It's $8.99. You can get it right now, $8.99, and it's $8.99. It's a lot less than the Peloton, which we didn't get into. It's a lot less than our competitors, but that doesn't matter. There's other things that are cheaper. We can make it cheaper, but we have to buy, 1,000 of them at a time. And so that's what we need to do. And we want to make it a lot cheaper. And in fact, we have a plan so that everyone can have it. So there's a certain amount we sell, we will give. But we want this to get out there and actually make a difference in the data we showed you. In order to do that, it's got to be doing a lot better job than any home fitness exercise has ever done. Great question.
Jackie?
I saw in your presentation an app. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, we have part of our management team. 5 minutes is just not enough. Includes app developers, web developers, and we have a lot of great people behind us, as you can see in these two guys. People love us, and I'm just blessed with all of that. But the app is not full blown. We want it to be full blown. We actually want in the next generation of this to be gamified. And there's a whole statement of people that will work with us to do that. They're going to cost us some money. So that's one of the reasons we're here.
Back to the product. So what's your profit margin? What's your cost of manufacturing? You're manufacturing here in the US or Mexico? I don't know. Where we manufacture? We have a location yet?
Yes and yes, we have all of that. So we already manufacture it, obviously, but because we manufacture, our profit margin is well over 50%. I'm sorry, it's well over 4 times. So when we sell it to a distributor, it's 50%. We still don't like it at $8.99. We think that if you walk into Target or you walk into Big Five or wherever you're going to get this, that you're probably going to spend, and this is just my guess, maybe you'll spend $2.99, maybe you'll go up to $400, maybe, if we advertise it like crazy. But I think that's probably where it needs to be. So the next point is we have, within 130 days, we can have thousands. We already have the manufacturing ability to be able to do that, but we've got to pay for them pretty much up front in order to get that kind of pricing. But the pricing is really good if we do that. And that will be mostly in America. I'm smiling because the company has links to China, mostly in America.
Some of the exercise coming out there is much higher price point than what you have here, so I know you're under that. But when I look at exercise equipment, you kind of look at the money's there. When I look at that little machine, it seems like it should be a lot less, just in value purposes. And then functionality, some of these equipments out there will last 25 years. What's the life expectancy of that in normal use?
Well, the one we built for the space shuttle is still operable. It doesn't wear out. We actually have a lifetime warranty no matter what. And obviously, if you on purpose burn it, maybe we'll talk to you, but really we can have a lifetime warranty. I've had experience with it personally for 4 years. So we're not equipment. Yes, that's one of our problems. And what's funny is, it's actually the opposite. If you look at the Peloton, it costs close to $4,000. And it has really good software to Jackie's question, et cetera. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's really fun, but it's just your legs. And not only that, it's just your on the biomechanics. So the problem with that is if you're only pressing down, you start to get a hip imbalance and a knee imbalance, sometimes an ankle imbalance. With this, it's actually built for physical therapy. We sell to that market. So physical therapy, you can actually lay down and do leg curls with this. You can do leg extensions with this. You can do rowing. It can be aerobic. And it can be incredibly aerobic because you can do 1,000 exercises. Every exercise in the gym, the Peloton can't say that. But the problem is we have to get that message out. We have to demonstrate, which is why I'm dancing around up here. But if you get the idea, any movement that a human being can make, this thing can do. So actually, this is far more valuable. So we shouldn't make it this big, make it look like it should look like a mirror or something. The mirror is really funny because there's no exercise in the mirror. You just dance, which is cool. But you can do that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Excellent. As our next presenters are getting mic'd up, I'm pretty sure we're all enjoying this. And what are we seeing so far?
Innovation.
Entrepreneurs, these presenters are showing us what it takes. Purpose, it takes drive, it takes ingenuity, it takes a thorough research of the market and understanding of the emerging industries. So congratulations to the first few. We have 3 more remaining. So next, we invite Seeing Reality on his right and August Wedrock. Please welcome them, gentlemen.
Over 2 billion people worldwide have some sort of visual impairment. Of that 2 billion, around half struggle with severe issues, ranging from cataracts to refractive error. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is August Wedrock. This is my partner in college life. We're both juniors at Eleanor Roosevelt High School studying computer science and engineering. For the past 3 years, we've been working on developing an application called Seeing Reality to help solve this issue.
A few years ago, we had a class with a student who had a severe type of visual impairment. This impairment meant that he could only see clearly a few feet in front of him. We had a class with a student for a long time, and he could only see clearly a few feet in front of him. After a while of learning that, he had to bring large instruments with him every single day to school to help him see clearly, like simple tasks such as seeing the board or doing homework. We realized this had been a very difficult task for him to do on a daily basis. We knew there had to be a more effective way to address this issue.
This led us to explore the market and research all the different options there were. While doing this, we realized that similar to the devices our friend was using, these had a few major issues, including a very expensive price, a poor user experience, just being cumbersome to carry around because of the size and weight of the device.
In order to rectify the glaring issues with the current available options in the market, we wanted to create a device that combined a variety of features that we and our friend thought were valuable in helping this issue. The first of these is a zoom functionality, in which the user swipes on the screen to zoom in and out. The second of which is a text-to-speech functionality, in which the user will scan a piece of text using their phone's camera, say the image scanned, and when the text is pressed, it's then read aloud for the user to hear. The third of these is navigational functionality. With this capability, you can enter a term into the search bar. It'll bring up turn by turn walking directions wherever the user wants to go. We would also like to create a standalone device that utilizes a tiny computer, known as Raspberry Pi, a tiny camera, and a display, along with a battery, in order to create a separate standalone device that operates completely independently from the phone. This way, we can custom build and custom tailor this device to exactly what we need.
After finishing the development of this application, we reached out to some people with visual impairments and asked for their thoughts on just the overall functionality. Here's some things that were said. One person said, the point of the project is great, along with a product that can potentially help a lot of people in the future. Another described it as very interesting and well executed. They also thought it should be around $1 to $5 for the application, around $30 to $35 for the headset.
As mentioned before, many of the current issues on the market suffer from a few major issues, that being price, overall user experience, and just the fact that you have to carry around getting both devices wherever you go. Senior Reality requires no external laptops or docks in order to function as intended. This will allow us to basically have the freedom to carry wherever you want to go.
Price can be a major issue for some people. With other devices ranging from $5,000 to $10,000, many people simply can't afford that. We aim to produce our app for around $5, making it fully compatible with our headset, which we aim to produce for around $25 to $30. We also plan to produce an all-in-one Raspberry Pi device for around $150 to $250. This will have all the capabilities of the application and more. We aim to have these available within 1 to 2 years.
With regards to growing the company, we're open to both licensing and manufacturing technologies. We really want to partner with local school districts in order to distribute our apps to people that really need it. We're also open to licensing our technology to certain software companies in order for them to get the word out.
In order to ensure our product is as impactful as possible, we always want to be improving the device. This starts to make an all-in-one Raspberry Pi device. Now, to produce this, we need to have funds. What we plan to do with additional funds is we need to produce this and make it as intuitive as possible, getting into the hands of these people as soon as we can. We also like to patent these designs and make it as helpful as possible. Senior Reality is meant first and foremost to help these people, and we believe that with our application design, we've accomplished this next. Thank you. Are there any questions?
Evan?
So the primary customer acquisition, is it primarily selling to schools, or is this an individual consumer product that an individual student would purchase in them?
We're kind of looking at both options. We would like, if we could, to partner with different school districts and have them test it out and see how people like it. But ultimately, this is going to be an individual thing that we're going to expect people to go out and get themselves to help them with any activity, not just the school.
Can you share a little bit more? I love the story that you partnered with one of your classmates. Can you share a little bit more about the demand for something like this?
Sure. There are over 1 billion people worldwide that have a visual impairment. This can range from cataracts, refractive errors, basically anything of this nature. In the US alone, there's over 150 million people that would benefit from a type of device like this. Even people that have nearsighted issues, potentially even focal issues. I'm nearsighted myself. This device will help me see far away if I don't have my glasses. So that's another potential market that we would have this device. So we're currently just looking and exploring all different options of people that might benefit from the device. Anyone can use it, even if you don't have a visual impairment. That's kind of what we're targeting first.
And where would you find this market? Have you already do you have any partners out there? Do you know which direction you're going to try to get these clients?
At the moment, no. We're still growing this business and trying to expand. We're just trying to get the word out there and just do as much as we can.
Great presentation, by the way. I like it. It's a better mousetrap, right? So there's obviously there's a lot of products out on the market like it. So my clear understanding is you don't have a working demo yet, correct? There's not a prototype.
We have our application number.
You have to you demoed that for the head strap all in one. We don't have that developed yet, correct?
No, we're currently using other headsets, but we plan to 3D print and then develop our own.
So is this along the lines? I'm trying to get a visual what that might be. Is it like an Oculus Rift kind of a headset, or is it more of sunglasses with the camera built in?
So on the thing about the head strap, we actually have a 3D model of what we aim to do. So the thing with a lot of people that have cataracts and some other vision issues is the phone has to be very close to their face in order for them to get a good visual of what's going on the screen. So on the model, it's kind of small, but you can see that there's kind of a length that you can adjust the length from your face. And so this is kind of helping us target more people with the design so that it's more accessible for people to use. We don't really have a model for how the body design is going to look, but it's going to look similar to a phone would. It's just going to have a larger camera so we can get better control.
So is it the all-in-one that's in that head strap, in that slider, or that's the phone with the app?
The head strap has the phone.
We would also like to, so for the all-in-one device, it might be a little bit different. We're looking into having more of like a glasses type look to it. Because we want to make sure that this is something that visually impaired individuals aren't just ashamed to go around wearing. We want to make sure it's something that they like wearing and that they feel comfortable.
There's a company in Florida called Magic Leap. Look them up, I think they'd be a partner for it.
Okay.
Thanks, President.
I have another question for you. Do you have advisors that are helping you with the technology and with scaling up? Other than YouTube, who are brilliant, do you have any other folks on board?
At the moment, no. We have some people who have advised in the past, and we're looking for people to help us with this. We're reaching out to as many people as we can, but at the moment, we don't have.
Okay.
So it looks like you have some hardware and some software that's being connected together. Do you foresee or have you gone through any communication or functionality issues between the software and the hardware?
1 minute left for questions.
Not really, because essentially the hardware is just a holding strap for the phone. And so the main thing has been the software. That has been the most difficult part for sure. Developing it, making sure it works correctly, as well as, because there's also some issues with when a phone's too close to your face, it creates some blue light, and that can damage your eyes. And so we've been trying to help with that. Apple phones have an integrated blue light filter, but for something like Androids, they don't necessarily have that always. And so we need to keep that in mind.
What about the environmental conditions? I know it looks like this is going to be used outside and around and all that. Is it designed to withstand all the environmental conditions it's going to see?
Yes, it'll be mostly used for inside, like classroom purposes or like presentations, but it will be designed for outside.
Time is up for questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, seeing realities. So what have we seen so far? We're seeing here in our last presenters that sometimes personal experiences from the experience of those around us can be our driving force for this ingenuity. Fantastic job. So we're getting the next presenters ready. We want to remind everyone that this coming Monday, April 12th at 8 a.m. is our Coffee with an Entrepreneur as we hear from the founder of FutureLink. So you that are hearing out there, getting excited, motivated, join us on Monday mornings. We continue learning the stories, the experiences of entrepreneurs here in Toronto. Also, you're thinking as you're hearing from these presenters that you want to get started, get right on track with your idea for a business concept tonight at 5 p.m., 5 to 7 p.m. There's still time to join us for an entrepreneurship and leadership training that we are conducting over the next 6 weeks. It starts today. Go on the city's website and register for that event. Next, I want to invite a couple representatives, Michael Lee, Thomas Lee, and John Fitzpatrick, with you. Welcome.
Hi there, my name is Thomas Lee. I'm VP of Operations for UniView, and we're here to talk to you today about our software. How easy is it to find any trivial information you may think about on the internet? You just plug into Google and it's right there. It's fast, it's simple, it's easy. How hard is it? How frustrating is it to find critical data for you to operate your own business from within your own company? If it's between departments, forget about it. You'll be pulling your hair out just to find a receipt. A study from the McKinsey & Company found that for an average white-collar employee, 20% of their work week is spent searching for information just to start their job. The traditional way of fixing this problem is departmentalization, specialization of employees, but this comes with downsides as well. You separate data from within your own company, making it harder for departments to communicate between each other. You've got chains of emails, like back and forth between departments. You're sifting through dozens of folders just to find one file. Data management software will run you hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it would take 6 months or a year to implement fully into a company. That's not the kind of capital or time that a small to medium-sized company has. Now, that kind of software is really only reserved for the top 2%, the largest businesses in America, with over 100 employees. But for everyone else, there is a solution. UniView is an information database infrastructure. It is a cloud-based system that's accessible through any browser. It's simple to use, it's easy to use, and it's cost-effective, but it's still versatile and robust enough to handle the demands of any company. You would simply upload the company's data into the cloud. And all of the data in your company is available to you at your fingertips as simply as a Google search. Our search software is also robust enough to take static data, think PDFs and emails, and turn it into live data. Any document can be uploaded and automatically categorized, and its contents can become searchable. It's capable of handling a multi-departmental company. You should know we use it for our own company. You can divide it into different departments and set it up however you want. The versatility, the access throughout each department is up to you. The data is in your control. Now, feedback from our customers has given us the anticipation that we need programmers to expand Unity and the sales and marketing team to fully launch Unity. We're looking to go from 10 beta sites at the end of 2021 to 100 different organizations using Unity by the first quarter of 2022. And due to our low cost and ease of implementation, any company can use Unity for $20 a month per user, or a more traditional site-wide license for larger companies. Now, in terms of data management solutions, this is who the 2%, those biggest companies, that's who they call. But would they answer a call from you? They wouldn't answer for us either. That is why UniView was created. Our founder, Mike Lee, he's had 40 years of experience in small to medium-sized manufacturing companies, and 10 years of small business ownership to his name. He knows this problem inside and out.
1 minute.
That's why he created UniView. He gathered a team of programmers, tech specialists in different industries from around the world to work on this software, and a team of advisors. We have a corporate data management specialist from Amazon Web Services, a financial expert from the Bank of the West. John Fitzpatrick is a VP of Sales and Marketing. He's worked in multiple Fortune 500 and 100 companies. UniView starts with data management, but it evolves to be a data network, a web that works for you. It's your data. You decide what to do with it. It's the simplicity and effectiveness of a Google search applied to your business for the price of a cup of coffee every week. And I hand things over to our founder and our father, Mike Lee.
Any questions?
Let's switch over to the questions.
Jonathan, here, great presentation, thank you. I use the Google search quite frequently. So in the beta version, currently you have 10 customers, and you're projecting to have 100 by the first quarter of 2022. Have you identified these customers, or how do you plan to get there?
Yeah, our current, I wouldn't call them customers because they're our partners in development. I would call them beta sites, and they're actually using it in their current day-to-day operations. And we're constantly receiving feedback from them. We're actually using the site to do online communication and collaboration. So it's an existing pool of beta core customers, partners. And going forward, we plan to do more to expand that kind of infrastructure and partnership with more
more local businesses, primarily starting with local Southern California market.
So give me an example. Let's say I have a small business and I have 3 different softwares. I have a merchandising software, I have accounting software, and I have a CRM software. And your software is going to speak to all of those. Kind of walk me through how that would work.
Right, each one of those software has a database backend infrastructure, most likely based on some SQL server or high-end relational database. So our software has hooks or backend links through the API so that we can extract the data and then present it in a common universal format so that if you wanted to search for the latest monthly quotation or statement for your customer, you don't have to go to that particular software. You can go to Uniview and it would extract that information so that you can look at it from any source, even though you're not in the office. So it's external links into the existing software, whatever it may be.
So to get this clear, it's not really, we're not storing all the information. So I'm taking my company's files and putting them on the cloud and you're storing them for me. It's more like a search for my existing software, is that correct?
It's both. Because our infrastructure is also a database backend.
Okay.
We store miscellaneous information. So anything to do with user interaction, anytime somebody logs in, what pages are they going to, any kind of data that they're storing inside of our infrastructure that isn't logically contained in like an accounting software. We can basically take whatever information that exists in all the other software, and then so you can, any user can access that information through the front end.
And is there any kind of permissions or granting certain rights?
Yeah, of course.
Access certain things.
Right. Each site administrator will have the full capability to restrict the type of documents, the sections of information. So like, sensitive information would not be easily disseminated to anyone.
So there's controls for access.
Right. So there's multiple controls of access by roles, departments, type of documents, and those are all configurable in the administration section.
And then your competitors are pretty large, it looks like. So how are you going to compete against those, and what's your plan there? What's your market?
Yeah, so we're not trying to compete against the top software companies that have billions of dollars of resources available. What we are trying to do is to give that type of power to the small, medium-sized companies. We're basically riding their coattails because the technology that they're developing for the big, top 2% of the companies in the world, we're bringing that down to the everyday company, the small, medium-sized company that wouldn't be able to afford that type of technology.
What about onboarding? If I were to be a customer, how long would I expect this process to take to get fully functional?
Actually, that's the beauty of our cloud-based system. Typically, if a company starts to implement an ERP system or accounting, even a simple accounting system, it's months, 3-6 months. Some ERPs, a year, up to a year. Our software can be implemented within a company within a couple of days, and most of that work is done remotely. Of course, we would have consultants that visit the site to do initial consultation.
Thank you for this. Thank you.
evening, so we have heard from 7 amazing and unique different presenters. We are down to our last one. So a reminder, the finalists, the winner, will advance to Riverside County Finals for a chance to win $10,000. Amazing. So judges, you have a tough job ahead of you and still one amazing company to hear from. So next, we have Tiki Shade Guys in Ice Cream. Representing today are Fabrice Nate and Camille Carmichael. Welcome.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Steve Corona and Chamber, as well as the judges, for allowing us this opportunity to present our fast pitch. So, as we were introduced, we are Tiki's Shade Ice and Ice Cream. My name is Camille, and this is my husband, Fabrice. We have been in business for about 3 years now, and what Tiki's Shade Ice and Ice Cream is a mobile dessert shop that services the greater Inland Empire. And we provide 2 of America's favorite frozen treats, delicious Hawaiian shaved ice, and cool cream ice cream. And we do it in a fun and unique experience. So our goal is to always provide something that's fun, that's convenient, and addresses a need. And as we experienced the pandemic, things shutting down, restaurants in some cases included, we were able to pivot and be able to service families at home. When schools were no longer open, we weren't able to serve on campus, but we were able to look for ways to be innovative with employee appreciation and corporate events. So, one of the things I wanted to share about Tiki's is, as you can see, it's a beautiful truck. It's a tropical theme. The song that plays is steel drum music. It has a lot of listeners. And we're in Southern California, so we can enjoy this product all year long. How we're growing in this period and the innovation that we have started to develop is because of the need and the interest in Tiki's. Our business model is focused, target audience being, as I mentioned, schools, sporting events, we do corporate events, but we also are limited to the size of the truck. So we have this beautiful, massive truck that can go to customers. One of our themes is Tiki's brings sweets to the streets, and we do, but we need to make it more compact and convenient to bring to customers in different venues. And as you'll see here, the innovation that we developed is that we are tasked to bring a shaved ice truck and making it miniature to a Tiki's motorized cart, which you'll see here. And this cart is completely self-operated. It's motorized. It is operated by a remote control. We'll start down the slide. Sorry, to go back. Yeah, go back. So it's a cart that can go on all terrain, so grass, mud, sand, and essentially we can bring fun experience of Tiki's to you. If that's in a backyard, at a birthday party, if that is at a sports tournament inside a gymnasium. The truck is, the car is convenient enough that it can fit through the door on an elevator. But again, keeping the 3 C's in mind, which is something that's creative, still fun, stays in line with our theme, our branding, but it's also compact. So as I talked about, being able to access different venues, smaller spaces. And also something that's convenient. Lastly. Okay, so, with TEs, essentially what we're, looking to do is to, scale our business. We can't keep up with demand right now because we are one truck. So the demand has come, to get something more convenient that we can fit into different, smaller spaces. Again, it's, zero emissions, battery operated, works from your cell phone, remote control. So that is the TE's Shave X and Ice Cream Cup. Thank you.
Well, who doesn't like shaved ice and ice cream? Come on. Good job. So today you're pitching for funds to build your trucks, correct? Okay. So currently, your truck that you're operating now, you can't keep up with customer demands. Is it profitable, and how profitable is one truck with you right now?
Okay, because my husband is the brains behind this, I'm gonna allow him to answer the question. Go ahead.
So to answer your question, the car is an addition of our trucks. Often going to a birthday party, at somebody's house, or an employee appreciation, we are on the parking lot or on the front yard. So we want to be able to penetrate in the backyard or inside a warehouse. So that's why we created the car. So your question was how profitable?
Currently, and what's your profitability of your one truck that you're operating now?
Yes, so it depends. One of our biggest expense for the truck is gas. With the trailer, it's run on batteries, so that's one expense that we're gonna cut down significantly. So we're hoping that with the trailer we can, on a spot field to be able to go to the customer, but we're not using gas. That's a question.
Can I ask a follow-up? What were your sales last year with your truck?
The sale last year was $130,000 for the year.
And is the cart operational yet?
Not yet. We are in the final phase. It did wrap yesterday. We were hoping to be able to bring it to, so you guys can see it, but, we, like I said, almost away.
I'm disappointed to hear that. I was really hoping when I walk outside, this cart would be in the parking lot for me to enjoy. So I'm a little disappointed to hear that, but that's great. Thank you.
Okay, I got two questions. One is the functionality of the vehicle itself. Looks like it has a narrow base. About safety on it as the first question, and then second would be regulation. I'm sure that would need to be approved by the health department, I mentioned.
Yes, absolutely. So we have worked closely with the health department. We have, I don't know if you can see, but we have a hand sanitizer, we have 3 sink compartments. So we follow all the guidelines that the health department has.
And they're the same, in terms of permitting, licensing, same as a truck, we're just, again, miniaturizing it. So as my husband said, we're working very closely with the city and health department to ensure that we're duplicating it from tomorrow.
Because basically it's the truck, that we put on a smaller scale, we're doing the same thing, we follow the same guidelines.
Jackie? I have 2 questions. How does the trailer get to each location?
Great question.
In a trailer. So we have a particular trailer that will be able to hold 2 of those cars. So in a trailer, we get in, we have to look at the angle, and everything will be stored in a trailer and pull up the car.
And my second question is the capacity of the trailers compared to your trucks. How much can you serve compared?
Good question. So we are able to carry 200 pounds ice. So for a day, that's
compared to
and 20 gallons of syrups. And also we have a freezer where we can put our ice cream.
Is that like about half of what you can take in a truck, or?
Yes, in the truck we can double. Yes, we can double. But in our trailer, we can have remaining question. Where we can have it smaller.
Thank you.
So as a business model, you're trying to sell these to like a franchisee who wants to do this, or are you just trying to expand your own fleet, I'm just trying to understand what the business model is.
We just extending our own company. So we have a truck, we are in the process of having another truck, but we wanted to bring something unique, which is a car and being closer to our customers, the night car inside the gym, maybe on the roof, for inauguration and anything. So it was able to have a unit that we don't need to be on the parking lot of all the streets.
Thank you.
Well, that was pretty awesome. Let's give them all a round of applause again. So thank you, Martin, Christopher, Steve, Dan, Steve and Dale, Thomas and August, Michael, Thomas and John, Fabrice and Camille. Excellent job by all of you. Again, a round of applause for them. We'd like to congratulate all of the competitors. I want to thank the judges again. You'll see them on the screen, and we are so indebted to them. You made our job very easy because you now are doing the heavy lifting and figuring out exactly who's going to be those winners. Remember, we will be announcing them live on April 16th. If you're interested in attending, the next slide will show the location or the bit.ly, and all you have to do is put that promo code of innovation. The bit.ly is GMC April 2021, but April is APR. Everything is case sensitive on that. So we'd love for you to come and cheer them on. And again, on behalf of the City of Corona and the Corona Chamber of Commerce, part of Riverside County's Innovation Month, we conclude this today with a huge thank you to each and every one of you.
Party, let's go. Did you bring that ice truck out there? Fabrice, did you bring your ice truck? Yeah, that would have been a good thing. Thank you all so much for coming. Please check in with Stephanie to make sure if you're coming on Good Morning Corona.